Welcome back to the 94 Pours YouTube page. This is our third rendition of our Full Court Press series.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody who has viewed the first two. We will be on podcast platforms real soon, so stay tuned to that. Our last episode was a little homage to Black History Month, so definitely go check into that if you haven't yet. But on this episode, we're going to get into some near and dear sides. We're going to get to some sports.
Yeah.
So be going and give them a little bit more what they're getting into in this episode.
So, like Jordan alluded to, this episode 3, holds a spot near and dear in our heart because it's the essence of who we are, how we were raised. The philosophies from sport is what we still apply to life. We've picked 3 wine owners, former athletes who have their own wine that have ventured out into this industry.
Too.
Absolutely. That have ventured out into this industry and made a special spot for people like us. This episode is paying homage to a huge population of the world, sports enthusiasts, man.
It was a little heavy pour, my bad.
Nah, you good. I ain't turning down nothing but my collar. With that, I'll let Jordan get into the first bottle because that's really why y'all here.
Yeah, we know.
Let's not play. That's why you're here. Yeah.
So this first bottle, one of my favorite athletes of all time.
Yeah.
One of the guys who actually got me looking more into the wine space as well. This is Dwyane Wade's wine. This particular wine is 3 by Wade. It's a Chenin Blanc, which is a white varietal, which I told y'all in the first episode. It means great.
It's great.
This isn't a common varietal. It's not your Pinot Grigio or Sauvignon Blanc. It's a little more faint and not as flavor packed as those.
Yeah.
But it pairs well with like spicy foods and stuff like that.
You knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew that was coming. You knew that was coming. Go ahead.
So we're gonna try this wine. B. Let's get it.
Go ahead.
The first one. Yes, sir. So let's.
I know this is dry before I taste this.
It's real clean though.
Yeah.
You can taste a lot of the oaky, more earthy stuff to it. Like I say, it doesn't have too much fruit profile that you're gonna find in it. But it's still a good wine. Like I said, drinking it by itself, I wouldn't recommend all the time. But I for sure, little dinner with some put some spicy salmon or a little spicy pasta, something like that. It would go fire with this. It would complement it so well.
I think I would pair this with a salad, bro.
Okay.
Seriously. Cobb is like, it's everybody's generic answer, but like some type of spicy salad with a protein other than chicken.
Salmon. I'm a salmon salad guy myself.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like
with a little zesty Italian dressing on it.
It's really clean.
I think that might hit.
It's really clean, bro. I think a salad is like screaming to be paired with this. Shout out D Wade.
Yeah, and it don't pack a punch at all. It's a little scary, but I'm kind of drinking this like some water.
Yeah. Shout out D Wade. 3 by Wade. Where's this bottle from?
I believe D-Wade stuff is Sonoma County. Let me make sure that the Napa Valley.
Napa Valley.
So yeah, Napa Valley. Wade Cellars. He has a bunch of good wines. His rosé is top 3 rosés I ever had. I haven't tried the cab yet, but I definitely want to. It's a little up there on the price range, so but for sure, Wade. I love D-Wade's wines, one because he's not somebody that just put his face or name on something. He actually tapped into it with the winemakers, told them like what he liked, and was in the process of all that.
Had his hand involved.
Yeah, so it's really dope. It's really dope.
So with that being said, I need your top 3 either D-Wade moments, memories, or something he did of significance that makes you appreciate D-Wade.
Dang, see, I already had my 3 till you said the appreciate part. But okay.
We got to, though.
Nah, okay. Number 1, this not really appreciating him, but, 2011,
Oh my God.
2011, y'all see how I'm coming, bro. 2011.
Here we go.
He was a part of, bringing a championship to my city. I mean, he was on the opposing side, but
players mess up.
Yeah, and they tried to play dirt. They tried to play dirt with the little. Well, that's what y'all did. Yeah, we got the ring. We got the ring. But nah, man. Like I said, D-Wade's one of my favorite athletes of all time. But on the court, off the court, how he is as a father, and just a whole bunch of stuff.
Absolutely.
But my two other favorite memories of him, would be when he dunked Anderson Varejao.
Boy,
like that was crazy, and like it looked so effortless. Like he just gathered 1-2. Oh, yeah, that was special, and it was against his boy team, Brian. And then
that was his boy, yeah.
And then the third one, I love that picture of him and Brian's oop, but the third one for me is gonna be, it's a play. I don't know if unless you really a basketball nerd like me, it's a play. He blocked, I think, Amari's layup or shot, something like that. Yeah, got it, hit the half court shot. Yeah, that was elite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was otherworldly though, bro. Like that's when he was. Yeah. Okay, bet. So my number one is not the 2011 meltdown. I'll start with. Hey,
D-Wade was hooping, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so who does that leave? Who wasn't, bro? Okay. But no. So it's like to the opposite hindsight of what your first choice was. My first like D-Wade appreciation, being a LeBron fan, it was what he showed Bron when Bron went to Miami. Yeah. Cause it's like anybody who really followed ball or still does, Bron was like your regular season MVP. It was like that. If you need it done during the regular season, like Bron's your guy. But D-Wade showed Bron like the mature side of winning and like the sacrifice that really goes into that. Yeah. So that's for sure memory number one. Two is not necessarily one of his kids in particular, but I love the dad that is evident that he is. Like he don't care hell or high water. He gonna be in his kid's life.
Yeah, that's what's up.
He gonna be there to support them, like no matter what they do. Zaire hoop, Zaya's doing her own thing on the fashion front. Like all his kids are in something different, and he's supporting all of them. So I appreciate the dad that he is. And then I would either have to say how dominant he was in the 08 Olympics or
That's a good one.
08 Olympics.
Y'all know D-Wade with the baldy,
man, baldy and the goatee. But like, so 08 Olympics, or it would have to be the first time, and this is early in D-Wade's career, because once like a superstar, transcendent player like that comes into their own, they're gonna be who they are. Mm-hmm. But this was like the first time, this had to be like 04, 05 maybe. The Heat played the Lakers on Christmas Day.
Oh, I remember that.
Bro, him and Kobe was going at it. Yeah. Like he blocked like two of Kobe jumpers. And I'm sitting at home like, bro, I know what Kobe is. Yeah. Like, who is this kid?
Prime Kobe,
bro, who is this kid that's going at Kobe? Like people don't, so that, I'll say that Christmas Day game is number 3 for sure.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So,
yeah.
Sports theme episode. I got a couple questions I'm interested in. Okay. You know, we talk all the time off mic, but like we said, we wanted to get people to know us and our story growing up and everything.
100%.
But yeah, what's your first like childhood sports memory, like playing a sport?
First childhood memory playing a sport would be baseball.
Okay.
And I was like,
I see you.
4, you know what I mean? By the way, I have on the Randy Johnson.
Savage.
Arizona Diamondbacks. You know who Randy Johnson is. I'm not even going to get into that. But yeah, I feel like it was baseball for sure. Just like, and I'm talking T-ball, not baseball.
Yeah.
But just riding to practice like with Pops, with Granddad, whoever.
Yeah.
That was like my first memory of what a sport is.
So, baseball is probably my best sport.
Okay.
And we had to make that choice in high school. But, looking back on it, sometimes it's like, I wish I'd have went down that path. But I loved baseball growing up. And I was cold. I was him.
Yeah.
I was him. Got a couple MVPs to show for it. Nah, but my first sports memory, actually playing like organized sports, was soccer, believe it or not. I think I was like 5 or 6. All my friends that I was going to school with, all of them was on the same team.
Yeah.
And I had went to their game. And I'm like, bro, this look kind of fun, bro. I'm trying to get
out
this.
there, yeah.
So next game came. Hey, you trying to play? Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, soccer. And the importance of that is with that team, we had a soccer team, a basketball team, and a baseball team. So we was with each other for like a long time. Highland Hills Mass, Highland Hill A's, shout out. But that was my first sports memory. And it started a long journey.
That's dope. Okay, so since we are unboxing, uncorking, unbottling 3 by Wade, I have a question that goes back to D Wade, but then I have another question that I'm interested in answer. So amongst ever shooting guards, let me hear where you got D Wade. That's question 1.
Okay.
Where's D Wade in your shooting guards rankings ever? And the second is, we're hoopers. You would agree that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who was the first person to bust your ass ever? And I know that's from all the smoke. Shout out D Miles and Q Rich, but like, who was the first person? And I don't, bro. This can be 5th, 6th, 7th. Because me and you had this conversation yesterday, kind of offline. Mm-hmm. But like, who was the first person that you felt like I got cooked today? Because every hooper if you're a real hooper, bro, somebody's gotten you. So I'm interested to know who.
Oh, okay. So early on, it was my homie Emilio. He played with Forward Soldiers, bro. And
Timothy.
Yeah. He was quick as hell. I could not guard him. But it was like we was still at the age we was trying to figure out basketball for real. So he got on our he ended up coming to our team. And we became close as hell. But man, I would have to go to 6th grade. I think it was fifth or 6th grade. 5th grade. Man, we just came off a city championship run, went to state and everything. So I'm on this high horse, bro. I'm him.
Humble pie.
So we I don't know if in Little League it's that age where it's 9 and 10 together, then it's 11 and 12. So we was moving up, and the people, it was we were the younger of that little age group.
Yep.
All right, so we had tryouts. We tryouts, bro. We just won city championship. It's
okay.
Tryouts, man. Ben Quan Petty.
Shout out brother Ben X.
Ben Quan Petty, bro.
Also a former teammate of mine.
Man, we was in trials, bro, and when I say he was cooking me, bro, I've never seen nothing like this before. This is crazy. What is going on?
So I'll piggyback off of that once you give your D-Wade ranking, but yeah, I got a Ben Quan story too.
Okay. Number 3, bro. It's 3 by Wade. His number was 3. He's the 3rd best shooting guard of all time, my opinion.
I respect that.
I got MJ, of course, Kobe, and then D Wade.
I respect that.
I think he's very underappreciated because people felt like when him and Brian, linked up, he was the 2nd best player, which he was on the team, but he still was
a champion before.
He averaged
Brian.
30 the season before.
Yep.
And he got a ring before. So, but yeah, I think he's number 3 for sure.
Okay. So,
go ahead, tell your Ben story.
So, segueing right into my D-Wade ranking, I would have them the same.
That's easy.
Yeah. Same. Jordan 1, Kobe 1.1.
Yeah.
We need our followers up, so I'm not gonna get into Jordan 1, Kobe 2, D-Wade 3. But okay, so brother Ben X. Shout out brother Ben X, Ben Quan Petty. DeSoto High School legend, DFW legend, Fort Worth Soldiers legend. Ben was a teammate of mine in the 5th, 6th, and part of the 7th grade. But, like, we had Ben and a point guard from Dunbar, Juju. Mm-hmm. Bro, I watched Ben break presses by himself, like.
Yeah, bro. He was ridiculous, bro.
So, yeah, if you're from DFW or Texas at all, like, that name.
Yeah, bro. He was my quarterback too. Fort Worth Chargers, bro. The first, pop one
Ben
team.
Was nice.
Yeah, bro. He was cold.
Okay, so Ben to me hooped like somebody that was like my height, like 6'5", but it was just in a small. Yeah. Bro, it was just in a small body, but
that was crazy.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not to get off topic. First person to bust my ass. We had this conversation yesterday. She is currently
Is she coaching still?
Yes. Yes, I said she, and no, I'm not ashamed of that. Hey. She is currently on the coaching staff at Tarleton State. It was Lindsey Mann. And like,
I got my stories.
Yeah. People again. That's another. Yeah, that's another name that's like. She sticks out with the Nooneys, the Chelsea Jennings, the Kiera Davises, but bro, so this was like this was 4th grade. Mm-hmm. We played in North Crowley's Coach Bracco's little like winter league, and that's like when you get to the gym and you figure out who you're playing that day. So we see a girl over there, and obviously like 4th grade boys like, bro, this finna be a cakewalk.
I've never been on that.
Okay, we looking down there like, bro, it's gonna be a cakewalk. They got a girl. Yeah. Like, I know I give people buckets, so I can say this confidently without being ashamed.
So yeah, you do buckets,
bro.
The blues.
Lindsay gave me like the BB King blues, bro. Like I'm talking about like at 20, she could have unlaced her shoes and chilled on the bench, like at half.
That's crazy, bro.
Bro, I've never been like. I went home after the game like mad. Like, there's nothing I could, bro, this girl fried me for, like, an hour. But, yeah, shout out Lindsay Mann. I still tell her that every time I see her, but Lindsay Mann was the first person to cook me.
Yeah. I also want to shout, Braylon Racing gave me buckets for real in high school.
I mean, we can. Yeah, bro.
What's the most points somebody scored on you?
I got a couple 30 balls in, like, AAU Nationals or, like, yeah, bro, you go to, like, wars. No, I'll take that back. Lindsay was the worst person to fry me. But my welcome to college moment for sure, Kobe Carr.
Okay.
Former Mr. Basketball from New Orleans.
Oh, you talking about that.
Bro, left-handed demon. He went to ULM, transferred to our school. But, okay, so coming out of North Crowley, like, bro, I didn't play defense.
Yeah.
This was the first person that, like,
nah, you gotta play this.
Jordan, not even you gotta play it, bro. Like if you, as well as you can shoot, I'm gonna cook you so bad every day until you get better so you can play.
Yeah.
Bro, he had mid-range. He had a 3-ball. He made free throws. He finished with both hands.
Dog.
Bro, he had no weaknesses in his game. For real. Like, if he was locked in, he had no weaknesses. But yeah.
Yeah, bro. This got me 40 in intramurals, bro, in college, bro. No, it ain't tough. I was pissed. Dude did it to us twice, and he wasn't even that cold, bro. It was like the matchups was just. I ain't gonna shout out his name because I don't want him to get too confident. But bro gave us 40 twice. That was crazy.
That's tough.
But next bottle, you ready for this one?
Okay, yeah. This time we're bottle 2.
Other number 3.
Okay. Facts. Yeah, this is more of my, what they call it, my stilo.
Yeah.
McCullum Heritage 91, 2019 Pinot Noir from Willamette Valley. Super smooth. CJ is somebody I tried to, especially later on in my career, try to model my game after. I got you, pull you up, brother. Oh yeah. So undersized guard. For those that know, CJ went to a smaller Division I mid-major, but just a dog that Like the first thing I appreciated about CJ was his, I'm not gonna say willingness, but he not ducking no fades.
Yeah, I love that, bro.
Man, bro, CJ, if you go at him, he gonna go at you. And like the first time I saw that was when the Warriors were at their apex. And it was just him and Dame in Portland for the most part. Like, they had some battles, like they lost, but
yeah, it's crazy. They was up like 20 every year.
They had they had some battles. They had some battles. But yeah.
But CJ is another one of those guys, man. Like, he's one of my favorite players currently. If you know, like, it's probably go Chris Paul, Kyrie, then CJ. Them like my favorite three players. But he's another one of them guys who didn't just put his face on a label or his name on a label. Like, he really is deep in his wine culture. Like, to the fact that he bought 330 acres, I believe, out in Oregon.
Goals.
And yeah, like, bro, this is one of my role models in this space.
Man.
Because he really tapped into it. Like, he came into it later in life. Like, his wife introduced it to him in college, and he really fell in love with the industry and with this beautiful juice.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the wine a little bit. This Pinot Noir, I think it's perfect for CJ because I feel like it really complements his game. Because it's
like
so,
listening to jazz.
Yeah, man, it's so smooth. The notes that come out this wine is crazy. So if you're not familiar with Pinot Noirs, it's a medium body, which means it doesn't like pack a punch like a Cabernet.
Yep.
Or even a Merlot. Super light, but it will get you there. And it tastes wonderful. Like, you can taste the berry notes on here. It definitely has the oaky. And the Willamette Valley Pinot Noirs I love a lot because that's my favorite region. Especially because it has the mountains up there because it's from the Shellerheim Mountains.
I like it.
So it keeps the grapes a little sweeter, and it's still a little lighter.
So
yeah.
So this bottle to me was dope. Besides it just being CJ's, me and Jordan both are like, we're not. I wouldn't consider us sneakerheads no more because it's gotten crazy.
Yeah.
But so former sneakerheads, this bottle was essentially raffled off online like sneakers.
Yeah.
So at checkout you can only buy 2 of them. And pretty much once the release is gone, it's just a wrap.
Fire drop.
I appreciated the exclusiveness of this bottle.
Yeah.
Because when we did get our hands on some, the first thing we said was it's an unbottling bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Elite.
So shout out CJ, man. With this bottle, with this uncorking, bottle number 2, I want to kind of dive into so we established segment 1. Hooping was pretty much me and Jordan's sport, basketball. So kind of diving into that, give me your favorite team ever, your favorite coach ever, your favorite trainer ever, your favorite year of basketball ever. Okay. I want to hear Jordan's favorite when it comes to the sport that built you.
We're going back and forth. Let me just run through all of them.
However.
So my favorite team ever. Ooh, that's hard. That's hard. So I kind of alluded to it earlier. My 4th grade city championship team.
Fire.
It was my brothers because, like I said, we had been playing together since we was 6, and we finally had got over that hump.
Yeah.
And beat Forward Soldiers, who was super cold back then.
Beat team.
Yeah. So we had finally beat them. Finally went to state. Got to travel for the first time to go hoop and everything. That was fun. As far as older, probably my junior year of high school, JV.
Okay.
Cause I was putting up numbers, bro. So that was a little selfish reason why that was my favorite team. Cause I low-key didn't like the team, but I was getting buckets. Yeah. Putting up 20 a game. So it was, that is what it is.
My response, my answer, my favorite team ever. And I kind of went back on this while you was answering yours, but bro, my favorite team ever had to be my senior year in college.
Okay.
And I had fun in high school.
Yeah.
But I feel like the fun I had in college, my senior year, was just more so we're winning and this is fun.
Yeah.
Not only are we winning and this is fun, but that was the year like my game came together.
All of it came together for real.
Oh man! So
put up 50 pieces.
Yeah. That was the year everything just came full circle. So yeah, without a doubt, hands down, it's.
Ooh, I take that back. AAU.
My senior year.
AAU junior year, Metro Elite. That was my favorite team. Cause like it was like me and this other guy. It was like 3 juniors on the team. Yeah. Everybody else was unsigned seniors. So it was like.
I remember you telling me this.
Yeah, so it was like cool seeing everybody getting their offers and signing stuff. Like I was like, I was a part of that process as far as like getting signed, and we was beating like we lost some Mustangs in overtime, but we beat like Urban Elite. We beat.
They was nice.
We beat Texas. Nice. Like we was beating like teams, and like everybody who was like, who is this? And it was just a fun team because none of us was like the best at our school, but we all went to powerhouse schools.
I like that.
So it was like a group of like second fiddles, but we was all cold still. I like that. And we was balling, bro. Like that was a fun, and I felt like that was the first summer at AAU where I felt like I had to worry about nothing. Like I just could travel, hoop, kick it with my boys, and we just had a good time. That was a good summer for sure.
The team I gave my senior year in college, it was my favorite team. I'm not gonna say mostly, but a key reason. That was the first time that I had felt like with that group of guys at least that I was like given the keys to the car.
That's what's up.
But the year before my junior year, shout out Sterling Thomas. We had an All-American guard that was like, bro. He was nice. He averaged like a dub 20, but he was like that. So like, yeah, they trusted me, but do you want me to give you the keys in front of him?
Right.
Like, so like my senior year was more so just like, yeah, it's your car now. Yeah. So yeah, that was dope. Okay, next answer. Who was your favorite coach ever and why?
You might hate me for this because I know nah. But Coach Ott, bro. Coach Ott. He was my
Shout out Coach Ott, man. We grown. Shout out Coach Ott.
He was my coach my junior year, and I just feel like he was the first coach I had in a long time that actually instilled confidence in me.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like confidence is 80% of basketball, bro. And that was really the 1 year in high school that I feel like, oh, my coach behind me, so I can do whatever I want. I can really like flourish and everything. And he also taught me a lot about basketball too. Like he had a great offensive mind, so I learned a lot from him for sure.
Me and Coach Ott had our differences. Like when I had a high school mind.
Yeah.
But now looking back in hindsight, like as a grown up, it was just like Coach Ott for sure was one of those people who was gonna push you.
Yeah.
And like he wasn't really tripping off like, is he gonna like this?
Yeah.
Like he gonna push you. So yeah, shout out Coach Ott. Again, my answer, it applies to my senior year in college, but Jay Havens, the second coach I had in college. So I went to college, East Central, shout out East Central. But had a coach, they parted ways after my first year. And then Coach Havens came in. And just like to see, one, he was a player's coach, but two, like you know this because you like a brother, but that was the year I broke my knee. And like the name of the game is how many wins are you getting? So like you know what he could have done. Yep. Sorry, we just don't have a scholarship for you no more, whatever. Bro, no. We had a conversation, called him, like, he still honored my scholarship, whatever, full ride. And his whole thing was like, we had it in the locker room. He would tell it to you, like, if y'all go out to lunch, like, his only rule was be a man.
I like that.
Bro, and it applied to basketball. It applied to the classroom. It applied to if you know you just effed up. Yeah. Just be a man, bro. Be accountable.
Yeah,
like,
accountability.
If you miss a rotation, don't point the finger and be like, Jordan, you should have been over there to help me. Like, no, you missed that. So, yeah, Coach Havens was for sure the first person that, like, he gave me the keys, but he made me work for the keys until I was ready to get them. One, and then two, he was a, 40, 50-year-old white dude. Yeah. But, like, bro, he was one of us.
Yeah,
Like he
can relate to him.
Man, bro, he understood real life and like shit that the average high school or college athlete goes through. He was a realist, and I appreciate Coach Haven's ability to get a group of guys to buy in. I feel like when it really popped for us and we was like cooking people is when he got everybody to buy in defensively or like, on one accord. Yeah. To me that's his superpower. Like he could walk in the room and get everybody in there on one accord. So, yeah, for sure. That's Jay Havens. Shout out Jay Havens. Shout out Angie Havens. Even Pops, Grandma. Shout out the whole Havens family. But, yeah, Jay Havens is for sure the best coach I've ever had.
That's what's it's really dope, like how coaches and really sports in general can really shape who we become, like as men and just in life in general. What you think the biggest lesson you learned from playing sports?
To apply it to life.
Okay.
And like when I say that, I mean like if you really, really, really take a step back, like a bird's eye view, sports is life. Mm-hmm. And it trains you for that. It's like it's shitty days in sports. It's days you're gonna get cooked. It's days you're gonna turn the ball over. It's days you can't make a shot. It's days your man got 40 and you got 3. But like, bro, that's the same in life. Mm-hmm. It's days you dead tired, you get home from work. Now you got to go play with your kids, or you got to clean the house, or you got other obligations, other places. And to me, sports shape you mentally for real life. Yeah.
Yeah, I think sports, I definitely agree with that. Like, that's going to be a clip for sure. But I think the biggest thing sports did for me is, one, it taught me how to be a leader. I feel like I always naturally have been a leader growing up, and I think a big part of that was because of sports and, learning how to talk to people and stuff like that.
I like that.
And it also just helped me learn how to talk to different people. Like, everybody is different. Like, I can come at you hard and you're not gonna feel some type of way, but if I say it to somebody else, they might like feel slighted by it.
Absolutely.
And I feel like, that also goes a part of being a leader, but I feel like sports definitely helped me with that, because a lot of emotions come out of that, and you can see somebody's emotions, and it just helped me learn people.
I agree with that 100%. I love that response. Sports also was one of those things, and of course everybody says like, "Oh, I'm not racist," whatever. Mm-hmm. Sports for sure was like, bro, you have to coordinate and collaborate with so many different diversities, and it showed me that like everybody ain't racist, or like no matter what the demographic stereotype is behind this ethnicity, they not like that, and I know that because I hoop with 3, 4, 5 different. Yeah, I love that response.
Yeah, so last bottle here.
Yeah,
go ahead, bro. Go ahead, finish that. I know we love CJ Wine.
I'm about to say,
I know we love CJ Wine. But last bottle, we got the double black. This is the red blend, 2019, out of my second favorite region. So William and Valley, my favorite region. Paso Robles, second favorite region. It depends on the day. I might switch those up. But Paso Robles is definitely my favorite region in California. It kind of got those same characteristics.
Yeah.
It's like a mountainous, type of region. So those grapes, they get more sweeter and stuff like that. So I like this region a lot. This is Drew Bledsoe's wine.
Yeah.
Football player, quarterback. He probably most famous known from like our generation for like he was the quarterback before who got hurt, who got Tom Brady, who got the GOAT, got him started. But he actually was pretty good.
Yeah, he was nice.
Pretty good before that. He had his little run with the Cowboys. But yeah, Drew Bledsoe was probably one of the first sports figures I knew that was in the wine space. Yep. So I definitely wanted to show homage to him. And just not keeping our basketball. Because I could have went a couple more basketball routes. You got Channing Frye, Chris Paul just came out with some stuff. Like, it's a whole bunch. So
Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah, so definitely want to shout out to Double Black. Go ahead and pull you up something, B.
Okay, so with Drew Bledsoe's Double Black, let's give 94 Poor viewers a touch of our background because we've been talking about hooping. We unboxed 2 hoopers.
I know you're probably tired of the basketball. I know.
Let me get it.
Football is American sport. Oh, that's baseball, right? Nah, it ain't baseball no more.
It might be baseball. Let me get a piece of how you tie into football and how football ties into Jordan.
I think both of us have pretty interesting backgrounds as far as like how football ties into our lives and stuff. So I loved football growing up. Yeah, it is, right?
Man, this is good. This is good.
It is real good.
Shout out Drew.
But yeah, so growing up, I would think, living in Texas, I was a Cowboys fan, but not really. I was bouncing from here to there. Like I just like the players. I know it's a cliche. Like my daddy got me a T.O. Eagles fan. That's how he know he really loves me because he's a diehard Cowboys fan.
He bought you an Eagles jersey?
Yeah, T.O. Eagles jersey. That's how you know. That's my dog.
He loves you. He loves you.
But football definitely has a very sentimental place in my heart. Like I said, growing up, I loved football. I was very good. I had a couple bad injuries, which kept me from playing in high school, especially where at our school, like it was. If you chose basketball, you had to stick to that and like commit to that.
That's it.
But growing up, my cousin Darren Williams, he was ODY legend, Fort Worth legend,
R.I.P.
Oklahoma State legend, Denver Bronco legend. But growing up, going to his games, it was like, oh no, I want to get to that stage. If you don't know about the Darren Williams story, he was killed after his second year, his last game of his second year, New Year's Eve. It's a deep story. If you want to get into it, we can get into it. But yeah, that's where a lot of the sentiment come from. That's why I'm a Broncos fan, like for life now. Shout out them. But also, going to my cousin games, it was like, oh, he really did this. Like, he really went to the league. Like, he really was playing D1. He really was playing D1, like one of the best players on his team. Like,
he was living the dream.
Yeah, it was real dope growing up seeing that. I think that's what, like, I have a lot of confidence now. That's a big part of that. Like, seeing somebody in my family
make it.
Yeah, make it, and like that was doubted against so much. Like, it was a lot, bro. Like, he got hurt his senior year. He was undersized, and he still was second round pick. Should have been first, but he still made it. Like, legit made it.
Made it.
Was one of the rocks of our family, and it really rocked us. But it got us stronger as we came back together and everything.
Shout out D. Will, man. R.I.P. My background is a little different. Yeah, so people, this. Again, you've known me, but like my background and ties to football are a little more immediate. Mm-hmm. From my dad, shout out Pops, Walter Reeves, Auburn legend. He got inducted into their Auburn's Hall of Fame.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hell yeah.
That's dope, bro.
He got inducted into Auburn's Hall of Fame as a tight end.
That's dope.
But for sure, man, shout out Pops. Like, it's I don't know. I'm appreciative. The more I get as a grown man, like seeing life through kids' eyes, but now through like I have a kid.
Yeah.
It's just I appreciate the lessons that he did teach me, and just like again, it was easy to see a motherfucker make it.
Yeah.
Like you at home with
right
one.
There, yeah, that's right there.
And like he retired when I was still fairly young,
Mm-hmm.
but he played like a 8-year career in the NFL. So, and then some. But it was dope to see his journey. And now even at the house, like certain memorabilia pieces and memories. Like now when we sit down, chop it up, have a beer, them the convos we go back to of like. I think the last time we talked, bro, he was telling me about like this had to be like 91, 92. Mm-hmm. but like they had a when the NFL did their Japan games, or like he was telling me about the trip of crazy. Like back then how nobody really checked bags or nothing like that. Or,
that's crazy.
Yeah, man, and even now, like with my own son, shout out Eli,
nephew,
man, shout out Eli, future GOAT. But I have a jersey, an authentic jersey to give him. Yeah. Like he has that to hold on to. So man, shout out Pops. Shout out Pops for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's super dope. That's one of like when I get to thinking, like especially like all these people, sports people coming out with podcasts and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I be like, dang, bro, it's messed up. I ain't gonna be hearing none of my cousin's stories and stuff like that. But I definitely want to talk to some of his teammates. So if y'all want to come on, give some love. I definitely want to ask questions and like because like it was like I was there, but I was young, man. Like I was like 4th, 5th grade, which was I do remember most of that stuff. Like Thanksgiving, the Broncos actually played the Cowboys. I don't know if it was his first or second year, but I remember vividly. Like so after the game, I had met up with my cousin D and him and Champ Bailey. I met up with him and Champ Bailey.
Yeah.
Champ was supposed to come back to our house and had Thanksgiving. So we walking back to the car, bro. When I say like a group of fans just started chasing us, bro, we all just took out running.
That's hard. That's hard.
Champ people came and picked him up, and my cousin AJ came and picked us up. My cousin had just got his Impala. If y'all from Carter Park, y'all done seen that blue Impala. Y'all from the South Side, you see the blue Impala. But that was a fun experience, like something I would never forget. But yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, y'all get me emotional here and everything.
Nah, but I feel like that's what if you tapping into our channel, you need that though. Like the brands I support, bro. I want to know who's behind doing the work. Mm-hmm. I want to know you. So I love that response. I love that response. R.I.P. D. Will, man.
Already. Love you, cuzzo.
Yes, sir.
That's just about wrap it for this episode, this rendition of a Full Court Press series. Like I said, we're gonna be on podcast platforms very, very, very soon.
Yes, sir, man.
We got some new merch coming out soon. Launch events, our first launch event. Woo! Hey, we're in the works. We're gonna give y'all more details, but please follow our page at 94 Pours on Instagram and Twitter. And just stay tuned because we got something coming for sure. So y'all used to seeing our two, beautiful faces.
Oh yeah, we got something special.
We're gonna start doing interviews. I'm very excited about this. We got a couple lined up right now. I don't want to, they
know who they are.
Yeah, I don't want to put it out there yet. I want it to be a surprise, but we definitely got some dope interviews lined up, just to get to know people. Not only in the wine space, but, just from all walks of life. And I really can't wait to get into that because I got questions and I need answers.
Man.
But yeah, you got anything for the people before we get out of here, B?
Like Jordan said, tap into our IG, our Twitter. For sure, subscribe to our YouTube. Come tap in and join part of the family and grow with us as we grow, as we expand, as we touch a bigger audience. The beautiful thing about this is like it's I wouldn't call it therapeutic, but it is something.
No, it is. It is.
Yeah, it's something you could tap into weekly. You and your lady. It's like this is ultimately aspiring to get the 94 logo on a bottle, but we want you to grow with us. Yeah. So yeah, man, we've got guests lined up. Some of which have already been in the works, shot. So we're excited for what's to come in. Tap in, support us, support the guests we have on. Let's grow together.
Oh yeah, and we got like 17 shirts left. So y'all go ahead and run them out, please. Go ahead and sell us out of them shirts.
Yeah,
because we got, like I said, we got some new merch coming.
New merch, new logos.
Can't wait to show that with y'all. And yeah, we out. What's your pour?
Take 3.